keep in mind when you're choosing a spot to start to look for something that could have some current coming through it, if it's a blow through or a bridge that might have the water coming up or down. You know, maybe in the middle of the lake there might be some grass with some wind on it. There's one right there. There you go. There we go. Guys, the rattling vibe is the real deal, I'm telling you. Hey guys, I'm Bobby Lane, Bassmaster Elite Series Pro, here today with Bass U TV down here in South Florida. This time of the year is the fall, but what we're going to talk about today is tips and techniques that will take you from just not now, but all the way into spring, summer, back into fall again, and ways that I like to approach bodies of water down here in South Florida, but I also use these techniques up north, Midwest, Central United States. Anywhere I go, I use these simple techniques, and 10-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier. This year I'm the Major League Fishing World Champion, so I have that title under my belt this year and hoping to defend it next year. Let's begin. Of course, all my outfits today are going to all include Abu Garcia rods and reels, and I use a lot of different rods and reels, from the Abu Garcia STX to the Premier to the S. I actually flip left-handed reels, STX also. I use Veritas, I use reelin, and I use Veracity. And it's weird, the longer I'm with this company, the more new creative ideas they come out with. And they're, let's call it V-series rods, Veritas, Veracity, reelin. They give me different options, and I play with these rods all the time so that I pick out the best rod that's gonna fit the scenarios that I'm fishing. So for instance here, this of course is a rattling vibe. One of my favorite colors, gold, black back, orange belly. The way that I like to rig this, I put this on 15-pound, 100% trilene. Of course, I'll beef up the hooks with trocar treble hooks, but this is a moving bait. This gets things going. The reason this rod that I've chose is a 7-foot medium Veritas, and the reason that I've chose this is, as you can see, this thing is very, very limber at the tip, but it's got a real strong backbone. Everybody says, oh, you want to rip these things out of the grass, you want to hop it and yo-yo it, and you know what, that's all great, but I have caught a lot of fish on Yo-Zuri rattling vibes doing all kinds of different things. Down here in Florida, we throw them in the mouths of boat cuts, we throw them over mussel bars, we do rip them out of grass, which is a great way to catch them. Yo-Zuri was one of the first to come out with the rattling vibe when it has that perfect shimmy that goes down. And the reason I like it on 15-pound fluorocarbon is because it has a little bit more bite to it as opposed to a mono or a braid. And when you hook that fish way out there, with the mono, it's kind of hard to feel it popping up through and getting that real sensitive feeling. With the braid, it's almost too much. When that fish reacts to it, it can sometimes pull the hook out. With fluorocarbon, you can loosen your drag a little bit, hook that fish. With this limber rod, it's gonna let him jump, and you are gonna boat 99% of the fish, especially if you put the trocar hooks on it. But that's one question I get asked a lot. How do you keep them on a trap?